If you guys don't know by now, you're gonna find out pretty quickly. I am somebody that does so much better with a lot on my plate, with a lot of pressure, with my back against the wall. I think that's why I love business. I think that's why I love real estate. I think that's why I love being a father, being a husband. Like, you have to perform every day. Today is no different. Welcome to the video. We are going to Beach, North Dakota. We got asked to be the keynote speaker for Business After Hours. Business After Hours is just having a conglomeration of finance, bank owners, business owners, anybody that has got the bug, that has got bitten by the bug of business. That's what we're talking about. Everything that I do is wrapped around a few principles that you guys will see in this video. You'll see it in this presentation. My experiences as the worst human being this world ever had, me being an addict to heroin, to opiates, to every drug in the world, has taught me every principle that I needed to be the better father, a better husband, a better business owner, a better employer. So we intertwine the origin story of business, how I became a mediocre business owner, from the principles that I was taught through being a piece of crap junkie. And there's not a lot of people that can see the mix between why an addict that gets on the other side of addiction can be successful. But after this presentation, you'll see it. So enjoy this vlog. We're heading to Beach, North Dakota. Me, Coda, the wife and family are on a trip. It's gonna be a good one. Pay attention and really instill what you're seeing and what you're hearing into your life, because as you do that, you will see a direct and very, very swift change in everything that you do, whether it's real estate, business, life, marriage, fatherhood, motherhood. Let's go. The family is headed off to the state football championship. Trinity is taking on Kindred, and it's going to be a hell of a game. I, as we talked about, heading to Beach to give a speech as the keynote speaker to Business After Hours. Conglomeration of a bunch of different business owners, and I have had the privilege, I have no idea, zero idea, why I am the keynote speaker. But in order to not embarrass myself, I over-prepare. And that's been the story of my life. I get myself, my back pinned against the wall, and I over-prepare, and sometimes I rise to the occasion. Other times I fall on my face, and then I try to get better. So we are getting ready to go over the speech one last time, and then we are going to hit the road. But got a little fit check. Till then, I got like 3 dress shirts, 1 pair of pants. Got these for our wedding. Haven't washed the puppies since our wedding. We've been married 5 years, or just close to. Boom. You ready, Coda? My whole scheme of this presentation is to accomplish 3 things. Introduce my story as a catalyst to where we want to go. Change the world's perspective on addiction and addicts. Number 1, okay? Number 2, set the standard in your life and be able to apply it now, okay? And elicit change on the cellular level. When I say cellular level, your personal being, your personal business, your personal family, your marriage, however that applies to the situation that you're in right now. And then how we can use those addictive tendencies and addictive lessons to apply it to our business, whether that's running a ranch or running a gym. How impactful being a coach, a teacher, an aunt, an uncle, somebody that you can relate to can be, how powerful it can be. I didn't call at the point of my lowest ever, going through withdrawals, doing all the things off the worst drugs this world has to offer. I didn't call my mom. I didn't call my dad. I didn't call my friends. I called my head football coach. Holy shit. It has been a wild couple of days, and you guys have just missed it. We just started developing, hiring people to edit and get everything together for this YouTube vlog series weekly. And you guys just missed it, but you got some of the goods. But we had emergency vet visits. We had the busiest day I've ever had in strength and conditioning with athletes and clients. And then we closed on our property. As a family, it was one of the coolest experiences we had. I've closed on a property with my wife and I, but now we closed on a property with our little one, and pretty much told him in 10 years, or 10 years, I got more than 10 years, 30, 40 years, this is his property. That's the end goal of all this. This episode is going to detail a lot. This episode is going to detail this journey from closing on this property to getting into the work. So yes, this has been the craziest amount of time for the last week or two, very stressful, high stress, but now the work is just beginning. We're just starting, right? So we are going to go and mend relationships from bad property managers, bad owners, but then we've already gave them 30 days notice, we've gave them new leases, and we are now going to have a 30-day notice as rent increases. They can either stay or move out. Our big thing is I have already bought now exactly $2,100 worth of stuff for upgrades. Created and made myself brand new cedar shutters that you were going to get to see us hang here in this video. And then we got faucets, we got new lights, new light fixtures, new paint, new flooring, everything you could think of, so that if they do move out, it's time to get to work. If they don't move out, we're doing all the work we can to their discretion as they're comfortable with it. But this vlog is from closing the property into getting the hands dirty and getting after it, and you're gonna come along the whole time. Well, we got the first amount of work done to the duplex. What we did is I had created these custom cedar shutters, made the black outline, love how they look for decorative use. And then we took off the old address numbers and put the new oversized offset address numbers. Oh, I don't get to sit back very often and just like be proud of what I've done. It's always work, work, work. Like, this seems so small, but I'm super proud of it. When you live in North Dakota, this is what your truck looks like when you head to work. Got our hunting stuff, and I am looking for you, you pretty little thing. And then you got the little boy's car seat. So we just got back from our newest rental property. You guys saw the work that we did, hanging the shutter, new address numbers, and I want to put a before and after right here. So this is exactly what the property looked like right when we bought it, and it looks like a crap hole. And then where it is now, and then after these leases either are accepted or declined, the work will start on the inside. But what we got to do today is we are actually going to be drafting our leases, extending the offer out to the current tenants in the building. As we talked about, we acquired this building with tenants in it. This is a struggle in itself, but it also can be a bigger blessing in disguise as well. I have read a lot of research of people that buy rental properties, and they always say, most people say, do not buy properties with tenants already in them, because it comes with a lot of different situations, a lot of different people, a lot of different personalities. But what I'll say is I've had the exact 50%, both positive and negative aspects of that. The first tenant, they were amazing. They said, hey, this is our rent increase. We are going to accept the lease. We will do everything. We're going to stay for the 6 months, and then we're actually moving, which works out great because then that allows us to do renovations in the summertime. Because in Diet Canada, Old North Dakota, doing renovations in the wintertime is hell. So that allows us to do the renovations later. The other tenant, the other side of the coin, called me every name in the book, told me I was a terrible person, doesn't even know my first and last name, never met me, called me a lot of different names that I cannot talk about on YouTube. And having said that, they are going to end up more than likely signing the lease. And that relationship has been broken. And me as a landlord, it's not my job to extend every single thing when I'm trying to do everything possible to make their stay as best as possible, as comfortable as possible, and work for both parties. They called me every name in the book, and so that relationship is very broken. And so these are the things that you're going to see. This is my first multifamily unit, and we're seeing the exact opposite ends of the spectrum. Somebody accepting, very grateful for what we're doing to the property, that we put an instant water heater in there. We put brand new siding, brand new roof. We put new heating and cooling systems. And then once they move out, we will renovate the entire inside. So we're seeing both sides of the coin. Should you buy properties with people in it or should you not? I am seeing both sides and I get both sides. But if it doesn't work out, you get the new tenants in there. If it does work out, I just bought a property that is instantly cash flowing. It's not more than $300, it's not more than $400 a month. It's not going to make anybody a millionaire, but it's an instantly cash flowing property where you don't have to worry about, am I going to be able to pay the first mortgage? That's the end goal, and that's what we're doing. So now we're going to draft our leases. We'll get some content out of the way for the rest of the week, and then our programming on for our athletes. And played outside linebacker, but we really got into running. My end goal, we're going to be running marathons and ultras while still being able to squat 500 and deadlift the 700 that I've already done.
Do you have time to do that candidacy form, and then we can just see what Doc will recommend for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will be in touch here shortly.
Sounds great. Thank you. Well, that was the stem cell clinic. So we will see if we are a good candidate for the stem cell injection, and we will go from there, praying that everything works out. Kind of a funny little extra. You guys saw us post our new lease and our new listing for our property down in the Black Hills. And in the matter of 7 minutes from the time we published it till right now, live on this video, we already got a new potential tenant for that property. The Black Hills have been absolutely amazing to us, so hopefully that tenant works out. So this morning, we already did our strength training and our endurance. 90% of the time, we'll do our endurance stuff in the morning, and then we'll strength train in the evening. But with the time we had today, we had to get them both done. So now we're getting ready to make lunch, head back to the gym. So we're gonna see what we have for lunch today. So let's see if you can guess even close to what we're going to make here. We got leftover steak, elk burger, sour cream, taco sauce, and a tortilla. We've talked about this in quite a bit of our episodes for our Fittest Dad on Earth. Right now, you've seen our conversation with the stem cell doctor. We've talked about this back injury after running the Bismarck Marathon. We have aspirations of running the Billings Marathon this coming year. And at this point where we're at right now, all we can do, and all I want you to do in every situation and facet of your life, is to control the controllables, number one, and number two, be comfortable in the unknown. This is something that I have struggled with so bad in my life. Number two, being comfortable in the unknown. It's something because I want control. I'm a business owner. I'm a type A person. I want that control. Yet I need to remember that God has everything taken care of. We just don't know the path that we're going to take at this moment. It's something that I struggle with, and I'm preaching about it, but I hope people can learn from my mistakes and can really see the benefit in being comfortable in the unknown, but most importantly, just controlling what you control. Right now, I can't run how I want to run, but I can train, I can lift how I want to lift, and I can ride that damn assault bike how I want to ride that damn assault bike. So we're doing the things that we have control of to mimic what we want to be doing at the point. And guess what? Come this coming summer, when the Billings Marathon happens, the Fittest Dad on Earth will be running that marathon. All right, it is 8 p.m. We've had really a full day. We had our stem cell consult, so hopefully in the next 24 hours we will know on our stem cells, because I am dying and chomping at the bit to get back to some form of running. So hopefully in the next month or two we'll have our stem cells done. But we had our stem cell consult, we got our leases done, we got our programming done, we got possibly a new tenant. So we have 3 rental properties. We have a couple in our hometown and then a couple by a national park. And so we hopefully have a new tenant in for there. We're going to take a snowboarding trip up there prior to, so that we can enjoy that property. That's the reason why we bought it, right? And then we went back to the gym, had all of our clients, our athletes, and our youngsters group. And then we just got done eating dinner. We had elk steak fajitas. Bomb.com. Pretty much what I ate for dinner, or for lunch, but fresh. Now it's time for a shower. It's time for some work before we go to bed, and then we are on to the next day. So tune in next week. We will see you guys in the next video. Peace.